And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy, Cheap Ludes. I know, you may be thinking to yourself, didn't you wear that shirt yesterday? Yes, I'm recording a bunch of videos today. Deal with it. I'm going on vacation tomorrow, and I'm excited about it. Until Monday, when my Eagles just absolutely get crushed by the Minnesota Vikings skull or something. I don't know. I'll be upset. Anyways, I wanted to talk about the agenda for a second, right? There's been a bit of talk, both negative and positive, about the Takeover players, right? And I wanted to talk about them. Now, the Donovan Mitchell one, I don't think is horrible. Now, is it aggressive as far as like how much it takes? Yes, yes. There's a lot, right? There's a lot in 1 week for sure, and people got it done day one because they're psychotic. But realistically, it's not the worst thing that's ever happened if you just abuse like the semi-pro CPU or whatever, which is boring, like to a level I can't explain. But at the same time, like it could be significantly worse, right? It could, but at the same time, it's at least somewhat manageable, although time consuming, right? For the majority of people, you can do this all offline, and if you really want to just keep it offline, you can do this, right? Still, 7 days is a little aggressive for the amount of things they expect you to do, especially with all the steals. Like, the steals are ridiculous. The fact I even have 71 is just due to the fact that I was grinding triple threat offline so aggressively, right? But let's talk about the Andre Iguodala one we got today. 7 days, 1 week. Now, they did the same thing with Odom, but I didn't make a video on that because my impression was Odom was going to be 2 weeks to the entire season that he was going to be available. I was not aware that at least when it comes to the actual lifetime agenda, he was going to be available for a while. I was not aware that he was going to be taken out after 1 week. I thought he was going to be off the boards after 1 week, but you could still do the season agenda, right? No, that's not the case. So unfortunately, you have 7 days to win 35 clutch time games, which good luck if you're on the higher difficulties on this, right? Like, it's going to take a lot. Like, if you have already blasted through the 100 or you haven't started, 35 games isn't going to take you a whole lot of time. Even if you're a bad player like myself, you're probably going to win majority of those games, okay? But once you get up to like All-Star or Superstar, oh man, dude, you're in for a world of hurt. That CPU is merciless, okay? And not only that, the CPU learns how you play. Now, this is something I have not had anyone really talk about, but if you've played a lot of offline in this game, you'll realize that the CPU starts to defend certain things, right? Like, if you're not shooting a lot of threes, they will stack the box against you. If you're drive heavy, they will start to defend the drive quite a bit. Like, there is some sort of system in place to kind of counter what you do every game so that you can't just spam the same thing. Maybe. Just a thought. I'm overanalyzing this. Maybe the CPU just got a little harder because I went up in difficulty, but it just seems a little strange. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Then you got to win 35 triple threat offline games. Once again, unless you're on the harder difficulties, shouldn't be that difficult, but still kind of annoying. 25 TTO games. Not the worst thing in the world, but TTO is a pretty sweaty experience, and if you're a casual player, you're not going to have a whole lot of success in TTO for sure, especially because you're going to be matching up with pink diamonds, and it's just not a fun time. 25 Clutch Time Online games. Clutch Time Online is without a doubt the sweatiest game mode in the entirety of 2K23 My Team. There is no question about that, dude. It is an absolute hellscape, dude. I'm not kidding about that. I think it's a hellscape, not an, but it is what it is, dude. I don't have Grammarly in real life. Leave me alone, okay? That's going to be just painful, dude. At least you don't have to win 25 in a row, because I could easily see 2K doing something like that. Because, they put out challenges without playing their own game for the most part. They love doing that. And then you have to win 15 unlimited games. Now, you do all of this in 7 days to get the player. Or conversely, you could get lucky and get it off the boards, which is probably not going to happen. I've played a couple hundred wins and have gotten nothing. Like, triple threat, vault, unlimited vault, and clutch time offline, I've gotten absolutely nothing. So it's like, I don't really have faith that I'm going to be getting things from the vault. Oh, and draft mode too. Nothing thus far. So not a whole lot of faith in the RNG department in 2K23. So the only way like I can guarantee myself to get these players is to do this stuff. I'm not doing this. Like, you should not do this either, dude. This is so much. So the estimates I've seen on Twitter and in other videos, shout out to Ty's video, would be 25 hours. And I would say that 25 hours is if you're pretty good at the game. Like if you have like a 70 to 80% win percentage, it's going to take you about 25 hours, right? If you were sitting at like a 50% win percentage, dude, it's probably going to take you 35, 40 hours. Like you're going to have to use a whole work week worth of time to actually, and for those of you in Europe, it's 40 in America. Sorry, Brody. I know you're working on a little bit less. I applaud you for that. But yeah, I mean, you're going to be rocking 40 hours, like a full-time job to just get this one player that will be pretty good for like a month, right? This is ridiculous. 2K needs to tone it down a little bit. If it was like, honestly, even if it was just win 15 unlimited games and that was it, I probably still wouldn't do it. I would be more inclined to do it, but the thought of playing 15 unlimited games in a week fills me with immense dread, if I'm being honest. So it's like, I don't necessarily want to do that either. But people are saying a variety of things about this. Like they need to match the highest tier in packs, but I would say it doesn't really matter because these diamond players have all been very good and very usable, and to a certain extent the top of their own position aside from the trophy players. So I don't really think that's like a huge issue. I think it's fine that they're diamonds. I don't care. Like at this stage, like it doesn't matter, but they need to tone down the actual requirements from getting these. If it was win 5 games in all of these, like all 5 of these, you had to win 25 games total, it just was 5 in every single one, I would do it for sure. I would play the 5 unlimited games. I would play the 5 clutch time online games, right? Because the only people who are going to get these cards are the sweatiest of the sweat. I mean the dripping. The people in like the old deodorant commercials, dude, where it looked like they were getting rained on because they didn't put deodorant. Like those ones. Do you remember the 2000s commercials for deodorant? Be some dude just drenched in sweat for no reason, and he puts on some whack-ass speed stick, and all of a sudden he's good to go, and all the ladies love him. 2000 marketing was my absolute favorite, dude. I think my favorite marketing from 2000, which I'm not even talking about 2K at this point, doesn't matter, would be Bodman favorite fragrance spray, because it was like so aggressively homoerotic. And I remember just like the biggest homophobes had Bodman. At my high school, they would just drop homophobic slurs all day and then spray themselves with like cologne that the whole commercial was just a 6-packed man in cargo shorts playing street soccer. Like, sir, read the room. Did you even see the commercials? I mean, I feel like you had to have. This wasn't, internet times. It's like 2003. Anyways, besides the point. Like, really besides the point. I have no idea why I went off on a tangent about 2000s adverts for, like, fragrances. But, we all had a kid in middle school who just, like, instead of showering, just sprayed themselves with Axe. Like, that was the thing that worked. Like, it didn't. That's how sweaty it is in the streets of Clutch Time Online at this point. Honestly, online, period. So 2K needs to ratchet down the amount of things that we need to do. 2K's biggest problem, besides the aggressive monetization of the game, which, like, whatever, dude, it's gonna happen, dude. They're gonna do that, and I've just accepted it at this point. There's nothing that I'm gonna say that's gonna change that, because they're making so much money. Why would they ever change it, right? But they need to tone down these grinds. The fact that these aren't even the best cards in the game, like from a tier or badge perspective, makes it even more outlandish that the grinds are so incredibly ridiculous, right? They need to tone it down. They do. I don't think it's the end of the world that people get a diamond Andre Iguodala that's not even going to be in people's lineups in a month. Like, with not even minimal effort, but just like okay amount of effort. You know what I mean? Win 25 games total. Or if they wanted to keep the actual, like, total amount of games that you have to win, just make it non-mode specific. Just win 100 games over the course of a week, dude. Fine, I'll go play triple threat offline to my heart's content to get this card. But no, instead it's like a 40-hour grind. The 25-hour thing is misleading, because the 25-hour thing is coming from a place of, like, being good at the game, right? If you're not good at the game, you're not doing it in 25 hours. You're doing it in like 30 to 40, right? Realistically, like, if I tried to do it, maybe I could get it done in 25 hours, but I play this game for a job, and I'm still not confident I can get it done that fast. You know what I mean? So my recommendation, just don't do this. Just skip it. Just hope, play draft mode, or play something else and just hope you get them randomly, like organically, which is probably not going to happen. You just need to understand that. My view is just look at these takeover players as cards you'll never get. right? Because I'm never going to get these. Lamar Odom's gone already, right? So if you didn't get Lamar Odom, you're not getting the lock-in player that they talked about. I'm not sure if they're doing that this season, actually. I should probably look at that, huh? I believe they said something about, like, after you get all the takeover players, there's like a card that you get or something. I don't know how accurate that is. I heard someone say that, and I vaguely remember something about that in the courtside report, but it could just be incorrect. Either way, if you don't get one of them, just don't even trip, dude. Just don't even trip. Just keep it moving, dude. Do something else. As always, it's been your boy Cheap Ludes. I haven't made a rant video in a while, dude. I like it. Look at my hair. It got all spiky, dude. I'm going like Super Saiyan neck beard level right now, dude. It'd be so sick if I was like a Super Saiyan, but instead of my hair getting all sick and yellow, it was just my neck beard. Just had this like luscious Amish neck beard that was just all like gold and spiky and had electricity. That would be sick. And all I did was it gave me the power to just go rant on Reddit. That'd be dope. Anyways, catch you guys later.